8 people, including a trio of corrections officers, are under arrest in Citrus County, charged in a jail smuggling ring that involves bribes. Federal prosecutors say the suspects brought drugs and cell phones to inmates with the help of people on the inside. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank is here to explain more. Evan.
Well, Linda Haley, the corrections officers stood to pocket at least $4,000 each time someone wanted contraband on the inside. So the sheriff says it's easy to see how appealing it might have seemed for them. But now their lust for money has landed them a potential sentence of 15 years at least. Take a look. Federal agents call this a complex scheme that was spearheaded by a man named Ernest Grimaldi. He was under federal lockup for trafficking in oxycodone. They say Grimaldi organized $8,800 in payments to a jail nurse named Nicole Necht to traffic in controlled substances. They also found corrections officers Justin Harvey and Takari Nixon to bring cell phones into the jail in exchange for $4,000 apiece. And investigators say an inmate named Joshua Gallimore worked with a commissary employee named Courtney Smith to smuggle contraband in exchange for $5,700. The Citrus County Jail is privately run by a company called Core Civic, so none of the employees charged work for the sheriff's office, but the sheriff said this is still a crime against the public and the inmates themselves.
Sometimes incarceration is a family's last choice to put their loved one in jail for crimes that they're committed, especially if it's related to addiction, and to know that people inside the jail are helping to continue that problem with addiction, that the jail wasn't the answer. I've heard from members of our community that have called me and said that their loved ones came out more addicted to narcotics than when they went into the jail.
There will be an analysis from A to Z. Obviously, as the sheriff said, this contraband comes in through people, individuals. So everybody and anything and everybody is going to be examined, not only in this facility, but other facilities as well.
As far as the contract goes between Citrus County and the company called Core Civic that runs the jail, the sheriff says it's a question that must be addressed to county commissioners. The deal for them to run the jail for the county started in the mid-1990s, so it's been going for several decades now. The sheriff says this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of this investigation, that it's very much ongoing, and that they fully expect more arrests. Now, Core Civic reached out with a statement to Fox 13 that reads, "The introduction of contraband in correctional settings is a nationwide challenge that requires close and constant collaboration to prevent. Core Civic has a zero-tolerance policy for the introduction of contraband into our facilities. Unfortunately," they say, as is the case in many professions, we sometimes have staff members who do not uphold their commitment to these standards. We expect all employees to conduct business with professionalism, respect, integrity, duty, and excellence. When one of our staff members violates policies, procedures, or is found to be involved in criminal activity, we take swift action to address these matters. As to whether the cell phones that were smuggled in helped inmates commit additional crimes, that is still being investigated. Linda.
All right. Evan, thank you.